Hey everybody, what do you know, 2 unboxings in one day. First I got my Fatwood from Stump Ivester, and it just so happens that I got another package today. The origins of this other package is that I had watched Mr. Fluffy Man Spearman's channel, and he was talking about some scores he had made at a flea market of the fleas. And I was so enamored by his little stove that he got that I spent hours online looking for one. Actually entered into a bidding war on eBay where they're selling them from $13 all the way up to in the hundreds, because as some of you know, if you've ever been on eBay, people will just buy anything if they don't know what it is and pay anything for it. I saw actually some of them listed at $600, listing them as antiques, when in fact they're just replicas. There are, you know, real antiques from back in the day that the salesman traveled with these miniature stoves as a selling aid to show people the luxuries of these real cast iron stoves. As a matter of fact, my grandparents had one, and I remember as a little kid, we would go, and they lived on the reservation, because in case I mentioned it in a couple other videos possibly, that my mother is Indian, and she lived on the Cattaraugus Indian Reservation. She is a member of the Seneca Nation, and which consequently means I'm also Indian. That's where I get these from. That's what I tell people. That's the only Indian I got, was these cheeks. Maybe in my size, because I'm pretty big. Anyway, not that all Indians are big, but around here some of the females are bigger than the guys, in which for the most part I'm bigger than a lot of guys. In case you didn't know, it's by the size of my hands. Anyway, I don't know how I got sidetracked with all that crap. When we were children and we would go visit our grandparents, they had an old cast iron stove, and I remember the handles were like a coiled piece of steel, and my grandmother would get a pot holder and she would open it, the oven, and my grandfather would throw a log of wood in there, and I just remember thinking that was the coolest, because we didn't have an oven like that. We had a regular kind of modern day oven, but they had the old-fashioned oven, and there was wood always stacked by the side of it, and there was a teapot on top, and there was it was a handle, and you stuck it into the plate on the top of what I guess we'd call the burners. It was a flat steel plate, and you would lift it up, and you could throw wood in that way too, but I was fascinated by it, and didn't realize that they sold miniatures of them. Never thought of it until I saw Fluffy Man's video, and he had picked one up at a lawn sale. Lo and behold, there was one left. I searched for 2 days on the internet to see if I could find one in a store, and this store right here, Lehman's, had gotta stand up for this because it's kind of awkward trying to open this box. Purchase order. Carefully packed for you. Aw, that's kind of cute, isn't it? And there is, congratulations, you made a wise purchase and joined the Lehman family of customers. That's kind of cute. And then they got little catalog stuff you can order, which I'm definitely going to go back and check out their stuff. And let's see, I won't show you how much I paid for it, since Mr. You-Know-Who got his at a discount rate at the lawn sale. Oh boy, this is going to be hard to get out of here. Let's see. There we go. Empty box. Set that there. Okay. It's like Christmas. This paper's cool. There's a lot of it too. It's waxy. This stuff's gonna go up in the fire pit like Fatwood. And there was another pile of it too. Yeah, it's pretty cool. By the way, this is my trusty little EDC knife. And speaking of people buying stuff on eBay, I saw this listed for even $200, and it ended up being, I think I got this one for $11, including the shipping. It's a little, how you pronounce it, Sanrenmu knife from China. But this pup, I love it. I just love this. As a matter of fact, I just ordered 2 more. They're a set of mini knives, and which is exactly what I like to carry in my pocket. It's very sharp. I just love it. And I can't wait till the other 2 come. I'll do another unboxing when they come. But this is my unboxing video knife. Alrighty. Holy moly. We're getting closer. Ooh. It says Old Mountain. I don't know if you see the picture. We're getting closer. Whoa. Gotta stand up, lift it out of here. It's kind of heavy. Oh. There. Okay. Ta-da! Closer still. And more stuff. Wow. I'll tell you one thing, this stuff is wrapped really nice. Alright, these are, I know what they are already, the side plates that go on it. Oh, by the way, did I mention it's cast iron stove? I think I did. That's the back piece where the pipe would go. Alright. Without further ado, da-da-da. Oh my god, this is so cute. Let's get this off of there. Turn it around so you can see it. And there's more parts inside here. It's like a turkey. You know when you take the wrapping off the turkey and you gotta reach in the butt and pull out all the parts? Otherwise, it's a nasty turkey if you cook it with all the neck and stuff still inside of it. And believe it or not, there really is some people who don't know there's stuff inside the turkey. This is awesome. I'm having a childhood rush right now. I love miniatures, and the reason I love miniatures, we were very poor when we were growing up, and my mother had 7 kids to raise, and she did the best she could. We were on welfare, and I remember we didn't know we were poor. I didn't know I was poor till I think I was about 12, when I knew that other people had color TVs and we didn't, and other people had these cute little Princess phones, and we had this old heavy black phone that was a party line. You had to wait till people got off of it to talk. But anyway, one of my favorite presents that I remember when I was little, my sister and I would get the same presents all the time. Like we're twins, but we certainly aren't twins. And one of my favorite ones was a miniature tea set with beautiful little plates and cups and a little teapot. And I just loved that thing. We would set it on the table. I mean, my sister, we would get water and we would have little tea parties. And I think that's how it happened with the miniatures, that I kind of became addicted to them. And to this day, some of my favorite things are miniatures. As a matter of fact, I had 2 sets of knives that I had bought, and they were mother of pearl, abalone, black-lip pearl. And I just would take them out and play with them. I've had them for a couple of years, and my son loves them too. And I said, you know what, why wait till I die? And I gave them to him. He loves them. My grandchildren love them. The thing about giving stuff to my grandchildren, though, is that they're so young now that if I left them something, the chances of them having it in adulthood to appreciate it is slim to none. So I try to hang on to everything for as long as I can. Obviously, I only have 1 kid. And he knows everything that I have is his. But I've been trying to think over the years how to divvy up the things I own to each of my 8 grandchildren so that they have something special to remember me by. And those knives are a good example of it. I think there were 8 of them that I gave my son. So hopefully he won't lose them. He'll take care of them. And I actually bid on one of these on eBay, and it looks like I might win it. And if I do, I'm going to give it to one of my granddaughters. This one's mine, though. I want to put it all together and come back to it. Well, I guess I should probably just open these up real quick. There are additional parts to put this together. These are the plates. Like I told you, I remember my my grandmother. She had a little metal thing, and she would pick the plate up to stoke the fire. But that's what those are. This is for the side thing over here for, I guess, frying on. I'm not sure. I never saw my grandmother cook on it. She would we would go visit, and she would heat up a coffee teapot, and I think that she made instant coffee back in those days. Yeah, back when we were kids, everybody drank instant coffee. And then the old percolators where they had the plastic see-through thing or a glass see-through thing on the top, and coffee would perk up in there, and that's how you knew it was getting ready. Not like all the newfangled stuff we got now, like Keurigs and all that kind of stuff, which I have one. Yeah, there's the handle I said. Like, oh my God, you can't imagine how thrilling this is. It's giving me almost goosebumps to remember seeing my grandmother do that. My grandmother died at, I consider, a very early age. I think she was 62. And I don't have very many memories of her. But the stove, it instantly brings me back to when we were children, going down to the reservation to visit my grandparents. And there's no teepees on the reservation, by the way. I remember when we were kids, my mother had said, we're going to go visit your grandparents. And we're like, where do they live? We don't like going out there. It's in the woods. And my mother would say, it's not the woods, it's the reservation. And, we were like, there's no teepees, and nobody's riding horses, and they don't have war bonnets. They still don't. Quick update that I want to show you guys that I have to discover as I was attempting to put this together. First thing, if you can see it, get the light just right. Yeah, the bottom is pretty beat up, and in fact, it wasn't even tucked in there like it's supposed to be. It was just hanging loose, so I had to push it in under those notches. But you can see it somehow it got beat up kind of good. So I'm not happy about that. But and I see I got another spot right there that it's not notched in. So I got to work on that a little bit more. The other thing that I noticed is there's a couple of these pans here. They don't have any handles, and I went through everything. And there's no handles. So I kept to have some galvanized wire. And me and my handy dandy little needle noses, I made my own little handle. That looks pretty cute, I guess. So I gotta make another one for this. And I gotta work on straightening out that bottom that is bashed up. And then I'll show you more sadness. Alright, so now it's tucked in under the ledges where it's supposed to be, but I guess that's why it was looking like it was in the first place, is it was put in there cockeyed or something. And then as I'm inspecting this, I discovered this. That's clearly a busted off piece, so yeah, I'm not really happy about that. But that seems to be the end of the damage that I've found so far. And my progress putting it together has been very slow since yeah, I discovered that piece missing there, and the bottom part was not done very good. Alright, let me get back to putting it together. Here's the product. Little pots on the top. This one's got a little ladle for serving. There's a little frying pan. And this is kind of an interesting thing I did. This is the little coal bucket. And I put some of my little tiny pieces of fat wood in there. So there it is. My hands work. My tiny little oven. There's a little shelf on the side. Come on, camera. There we go. Close that back up. But yeah, there it is. I love it. It's adorable. A little stovepipe. So, in the end, there was a couple of rough patches with it, but nothing that would stop me from keeping it. I love it. It's adorable.